I don't even know what that means. Happy 2023. I hope if you have any desires, goals, dreams for this year, I hope you achieve them. I really, really do. All y'all, I hope you do. And I hope the process in some shape or form is joyous, because the process can be joyous. And I really hope that for you. Now, I especially hope that for you if you're a sub to this channel, the Church of Elvis and even more Latter-day Saints, which I'm the founder, pastor, and I said I'd always be honest with you. We've stalled. We've stalled, baby. We used to be the fastest growing religion in Northwest Fulton County, and we got competition now. I'm not going to name them. But we're desperately, pathetically trying to cross that 1,000 subs. And look, we even started LARPing in the shorts, pathetically. Do you know how controversial it was around here when we sold out to shorts? There was a goddamn fist fight in the parking lot. That's how controversial it was. And we're not doing them particularly well, but we're trying. We're trying to grow. Because when you stall at the speed we were going at, it's existential, man. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is thank you to all of you who stuck around with our nonsense. Now, 2023, I think, could be a huge year for the VC, for the vinyl community. Now, I do think there are a few little landmines out there that could be an issue. That's just me. I'm not going to name specifics, but I do think there could be some issues. So I'm dropping a video Friday. I got an idea for the vinyl community, and I'm anxious for your feedback, all right? Now, I'm not saying all the schemes and ideas that we've had here are stuck. They haven't. But this one I'm kind of excited about. So look for that video Friday. Now, I want to get in light rotation, but first, I want to say thank you for all the emotional support that I received from my last video. I was scared. It was raw. I was so scared to post it, but I felt like I owed it to the vinyl community to post that. And of course, I'm talking about my mobile Fidelity, Miles Davis in a Silent Way video. I didn't know what was going to happen after I posted that. But I noticed after I posted that video, after we've gone through the horror, the absolute horror of MoFi Gate, I think it took courage for me to post that video, and the support's been overwhelming. Now, I've noticed since I posted that video, I'll link it below, that more people are starting to feel a little more courage, bravery, posting their mobile Fidelity videos. They're starting to say, yeah, I'm listening again. And they're posting on Instagram and doing it on YouTube. And I like to think, I know, that I influenced that, okay? And I'm just going to say it. I think I saved the label with that. I think I saved the label with that video. I was the white blood cells to the damage that was done to them. And I know they're not going to reach out. And I know they're not going to thank me. But I know they're watching, okay? And we know that this MoFi version, 33 RPM in a silent way, is an excellent version, okay? Am I telling you to go out and buy the Tapestry one? No, don't. But thank you for your support. And I think we've come a long way. I really think the healing has started. Now let's get in light rotation. One of the jazz bums who insists that he lives inside still was saying, I've been listening to a lot of classical. And over the holidays, my lady friend and I, she loves classical. We've been listening to Living Stereo records. Now, these aren't originals. I do have some originals. These aren't chatty cakes either. These are old. These are classic records versions, which I think are the same parts for Chads. Audiophile people tell me. Regardless, they sound incredible, and it's been really enjoyable to sit down and enjoy that music with my lady friend. She loves, this is her favorite of favorites, and enjoying that with her. Now, the originals, if you can find them in great shape, are miraculous. If you're a really into classical music, you probably want to go that route. But these classic records versions are absolutely fantastic too. Youssef Latif, I think I might have posted this on Instagram. Vinyl Me Please, Craft, The Three Faces, early Youssef. Phenomenal, underappreciated record. It sounds great. Ryan Smith did the mastering, master tapes, etc., etc. Ryan Smith has been seeing the ball really well lately. Now, if you have an OG, you may not need to go the stretch of getting this, but if you don't have this record and you've streamed it and like it, Vinyl Me Please did a phenomenal job on it. It's really, really good. Stunty and some other people, I think Bobby, were talking about how they buy records for just one track. Now, I've done that with 45s, but I can't think of doing that for a 12-inch. But that being said, I feel like I pull out a lot of records now over the years and years for just one track. And one of these is Leroy Jenkins's Sting, Urban Blues, and Static in the Attic. This is the Black Saint label. I love that song so much. So much so that I pull this record really just to listen to that song. It's my favorite, or my favorite track by far on this record. This is the Black Saint label. Nicole, Motorik, Dom, they're really Zeb, they're really pros on the Black Saint label. It's a phenomenal label. I find myself looking at more and more of those records and wishing I would have bought more of them. Prices are significantly higher. It's also, I usually don't show labels. It is by far one of the most beautiful labels in all of music. Absolutely gorgeous. But I pull out this record for that track. Nothing against the rest of the record. But I find myself doing that. And I'm embarrassed to tell you how long ago I bought this, but I do this also with pop records now, where I just pull it out for one track. The Police, Ghost in the Machine, The Omega Man by Andy Summers is the best track on here by a country mile. I love Andy Summers. He's part of the Telecaster Mafia. And also, he's got a great record with Fripp. I think it's pretty good. He's just a great guitarist. He's tasteful. He's by far the most likable person in this band. Easily. And I love Summers. And that single, Omega Man, was supposed to be the first single off this record, and Sting apparently threw a fit. Shocking. And it wasn't. But it's my favorite track on this album, Ghost in the Machine, by far. I love you, Andy Summers. Jeff Parker talk. We've been talking a lot about Jeff Parker, so I went back and listened to a lot of Tortoise last couple days. Millions Now Living Will Never Die. Tortoise now, when I listen to them, are just in this suspended state where I can't even point to a year. Their influences are so eclectic, and they do it so well. Post-rock, neoclassical, minimalism, krautrock, jazz, etc. Their catalog is so deep and so good. When I listen to them, it's like I can't point to a year it came out. They've just achieved that status where they're timeless. And again, Jeff Parker, his solo stuff, and there's a few reissues of his past work coming out. Jeff Parker is really someone to check out if you're not familiar with his solo work, but you like Tortoise. Two quick ones. I've kind of been recalibrating my rock and roll compass. Jerry Lee Lewis, live at the Star Club, Hamburg. Forgot the year. 65, 4? Bad guy, bad person. Let's get that out of the way. Absolutely blistering performance. This is the Bear Family Records. I think it's a German label. I've never had an OG of this. I've never tried to. But this is really a good reissue. I highly recommend it. It sounds great. It'd be pretty cool to have an original though. But just blistering set. Absolutely genius. Setting aside what kind of person he was, of course. But enjoying that. Good recalibration. And also recalibrating my rock and roll at the beginning of the year. New York Dolls' first two. This is for Wax. This is a twofer of the Dolls' first two albums. This is a Mercury twofer, British pressing. Sounds great. Absolutely sounds great. But I don't really care what the Dolls sound like when I put it on. But it sounds great. They did a really good job. And this is from '86. And the Dolls, again, just kind of recalibrate your rock and roll, and it's fun to see what you tail off and start listening to after you listen to something like Jerry Lee Lewis and the Dolls. So been enjoying this a lot. So happy New Year. Look for that video Friday.